Yeah. Number 2, I cannot believe I watched this all the way through. That is what number 2 is. I watched, okay, let's get something straight about open water marathon swimming. The races are like 2 freaking hours long. Okay? Like, and like, either they're swimming from somewhere to somewhere, and like we're watching it on TV, and they're still going, and they like are all in a pack, and there's just like, how the heck do people finish so close together in a 2-hour long race, right? Like, there's just, okay, it's mind-boggling. Florian Wellbrock of Germany winning the gold medal at the I'm going to call it the Abu Dhabi Aquatics Festival, because if I get any more specific than that, I'm not going to remember it. So Abu Dhabi Aquatics Festival, it was like different events were broken into like open water swimming, diving, and high diving, and then each discipline had a different event name within this bigger event, so I'm just going to call it the bigger event this time. So winning gold medal at the Abu Dhabi Aquatics Festival in 10 kilometer, yeah, that's right, open water swim. Yeah, so I was like, I'm here to write some stuff and not a whole lot, like, I'll watch swimming competitions or something, and I'll, like, if it's streamed live, I'll write sometimes as I'm watching things, which is really kind of fun. And, like, I can write as they go and be like, this is the line, and then wait for a source to come out and see, like, okay, should I change it? Usually, like, that information's already in the source, that kind of thing. If I'm good at finding sources. Point being, so I was like really not enthused. I think this was going on, no, this started before pool swimming. There was like something, I ended up watching 2 hours. I didn't, like, I watched more than just the race. I watched the interviews after the race. Like, it was just a real, how the heck, I watched this all the way through, and it's like 2 hours. He finished in like 1 hour and 48 minutes or something like that, but I watched after that too. And yeah, he was, why is this impressive? He got out to the front and he didn't lose it. And it was a close race. Like, towards the end there, I was just like, I've been watching this, I'm like, this guy's gotta win. Like, please let this guy win. And this other guy's coming up from behind. I'm just like, no. Because I was writing, like, I got really into it, and I was like, I don't really get into, like, sports that much. If I create the person's Wikipedia page, I have found there's, like, a different level of fandom that comes from that, where I'm like, I want my people to win. And I did not make his Wikipedia page, but this was just, like, one of those, like, reflecting on myself and how I was reacting to this, where I was just like, this elicited an entirely new level of, like, piqued interest in open water swimming that I did not know existed in me, and for that reason, it's number 2. Okay, and then the last one, so I said, like, I'm a runner first, swimmer second, so, and, like, okay, I'm Norwegian, a quarter through ancestry. It's my purest of, like, it goes way back in Norway. Yeah. So this one, I guess there's like 2 big Norway stories in track and field. My hands down favorite performance, 2021. And, like, in the history of track and field, in everything I've seen, it's my so it's not just 2021. This is my #1 track and field performance all time. I am a middle distance runner, so that, like, running fast for, like, 100 meters is not impressive to me. I don't care how fast a person runs it. Unless it's en route to, like, a mile or something like that. If it's just 100 meters, like, that's not even running. Like, This is called middle distance or long distance mentality. Okay. Number 1 takes it almost by a mile. It's a joke. Ingebrigtsen. Ooh, see. So his Jakob, however you want to pronounce it, Ingebrigtsen, it's the last name, of Norway. Olympic record and gold medal in 1500 meter, not 1500, 1500. 1500. That is right. Meter run. So my favorite rum. Why is the rum always gone? Because I just turned it into run. Sorry with the puns. Okay, at 2020 Summer Olympic. And it's the mad respect. Okay, he creamed the next fastest guy by like seconds, which in like running or like almost a second. And this long of a race, that's huge. Or he creamed the Olympic record and the next fastest summer swimmer runner who was from Kenya, but it was just like, it wasn't even close. Like in running term, he dominated this race. And what I found the most impressive thing is in running, the single most frustrating thing is a slow first runner. And so this guy from Kenya was running slow. And this guy from Norway is like on this guy's heels. And the guy from Kenya is not running any faster. And like, it's really frustrating as a runner when the person ahead of you is not running fast. Like, it's like, get out of the fucking way. But like, whew, sorry, pardon my language. Get out of the way. But they're not going to get out of the way, right? Because they're not as fast as you. And so this guy was like, I'm faster than this guy. I know I'm faster than this guy. So he, on the last lap, last curve, he's like, screw this. I'm going to run further. And he like goes out and goes around this guy and just passes him. And this guy is left in the dust. Then that's the silver medalist. Okay, see, right, I get really into sports sometimes. It's like one of those things that are just like, I'm like watching the race and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going to lose and he's faster. I hate watching it when the person's faster because they can't. It's at the end of the day a competition, right? So the people who aren't as fast come up with ways to try to slow the other people who are faster down, like being in the front and not running as fast and not allowing, like this person was like, I don't care if you're going to allow me to pass or not. I'm going to freaking run further than you and pass you and not lose it. And he kept gaining and broke the Olympic record, set a new Olympic record, won the gold medal. Impressive. Freaking impressive. This guy trains like 8 hours a day in running. I'm like, I did 5 hours a day in soccer, which has a lot of running. And like 8 hours a day of running is like, in my books, dominates like 8 hours of any other sport. Like, just mad respect. So those are my top 5 non-pool swimming performances for 2021.